And welcome back to Cigar Time, your friendly Tuesday night show all about premium cigars. Once again, what's that?
Friendly?
Friendly. Well, of course it's friendly.
We're friendly
very
to
little
them,
exception.
just not to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
On our status around the world yet?
Our status around?
Yeah,
No,
we're still number one?
No, we're still, not only are we still number one, we're pulling, Finland is sucking our exhaust.
So is Norway.
No, Norway we lost a long time ago. They gave up already. But we're way ahead of
Even
Finland.
Indonesia's bailing out.
Yeah, they're all bailing. They can't compete. They can't compete.
Sorry,
Okay, welcome to our show. As I said, I think we're going to have a Cigar Time show, are we not?
Yes.
Yeah,
It says
let's
on our shirts.
let's give it a shot.
Yes, it says it on our shirt.
Yes,
Do you
it's
see
on
our
my
new
shirt.
shirts?
who haven't been on this.
What's that?
Probably have some first-time
We
listeners.
missed
Should we,
that.
I hope they're
Introduce
doing more than
ourselves?
listening. I hope they're
See it
watching.
on my shirt.
that's what I mean.
Oh my God.
What do we want to do?
Say who we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well,
new viewers.
I'll introduce everybody. To my far left is the lovely Miss Tia. You can say hello.
Hi.
Is your mic on?
And to
Yeah.
my left and her right is Rob, used to be from South Philly.
No, I was never from South
South
Philly.
Norristown, Rob.
How you doing? Never from South Philly.
Suburbs, Rob.
To my immediate right
East
is
Laurel.
Laugh a Minute Scott.
Oh boy,
Just a minute.
it's I can't
Every
wait
other
to hear the
minute,
next
30
one.
seconds.
Every other minute.
And to his right is Smokin' Joe, or affectionately referred to as Paul.
Smoking Joe.
And that's who we
Hello,
are. And
folks.
thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
And that's our show.
Oh, pretty good.
That was
Yeah, that
fun.
was a great show, guy.
We can sharpen it up a little
I
bit.
need
That's
a
good.
nickname.
Let's give him a little more. Should we
Make it
give
a
him a little
little
more?
No, we could smoke a cigar.
We could do
Oh, well, the lovely Miss T will
What do
tell
you-
us all about our cigar today.
Our cigar today is the Nestor Miranda Special Selection. The wrapper's Ecuadorian Connecticut, which is one of Paul's favorite. The binder's Nicaraguan, and the filler is Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Honduran.
You forgot to mention Nicaraguan's my favorite binder.
Is it really?
So this is
I'll
a,
make sure I say that next time.
this is a pretty good mixed breed cigar.
It's a box press cigar, which is
a
my
mutt.
favorite. The sizes are Corona, Gordo, Lancero, Panatella, Robusto, or Torpedo. The taste profile is leather, nuts, sweet spice, and some nougat. Nougat? Nougat?
Nougat.
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 Nugget.
As we cut it with our...
Nougat, so the
Nougat.
T- so-
Nougat.
oh,
Nougat.
You said it right the first time.
I did. And it's founded by Nestor and Miranda in 1989. I just want to point out, just smelling the cigar, it smells awesome. I like smelling cigars. Some don't smell that great when, before you light it up, but this one smells
Wrapper is
awesome.
delicious smelling.
By,
As we
by
cut
the
it with
way,
our Zycar cutter.
Yeah.
Nestor Miranda, by the way, founded Miami Cigar in
right.
1989.
She said that.
Yes, I know. I was going to add to that.
Oh. Well, hold on, let me just get in before you keep adding. That we cut our cigars with our official Cigar Time cutter, the Zycar cutter, and now we're going to light it with the new Zycar Illume, the official lighter of Cigar Time. So we just want to tell you folks that.
Oh, and they have, for this cigar, they've placed in the top 25. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, got a very high rating.
They
Paul,
did get a very high rating.
why don't you chime in?
I was just going to say, Nestor Miranda started Miami Cigar when he came out of Cuba. He's Cuban born. And Miami Cigar is known for a lot of brands that don't have Nestor Miranda's name on them, but they're well known anyway, like La Aurora,
You got Jimenez?
Leon Jimenez. I like the way you say that. I say Jimenez. My name Jose Jimenez. Yeah, never mind.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Don Lino.
yes, and Don Lino. So they have numerous famous brands, but Nestor himself is sort of a lifestyle kind of guy. He's known for
Hey, you
living it up a certain way, and
Oh,
and he creates cigars to go with them.
you didn't know that.
Oh, I know he's a lifestyle guy. I see the pictures. And I've met him a number of times. He is a lifestyle guy.
It's Nestor Miranda, not Ernesto Miranda.
You
Nestor.
said no, I said like I didn't know what I was going to
Oh,
say.
okay. It's not
Instead of-
Ernesto Miranda. He's a different person.
That's Ernesto Carrillo.
Ernesto Miranda is the guy that had the Miranda rights.
No, I don't think so.
I know for a fact. he is.
His
said
name was Nestor Miranda?
Ernesto.
Instead of-
Oh, Ernesto,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ernesto Miranda.
He's a
I
little
know.
older, too.
As much as he's dead now, but
Probably. Is he still dead?
he's still dead.
He's still dead.
After all these years.
We're still voting in Chicago.
And they're voting early and they're voting often.
Right.
initial thoughts as you smoked the first nickel and dime?
I'm getting a very earthy taste to this cigar, just off the first light. So
First light, I'm getting a sweet spice.
Sweet spice. That's
Any more
what I
orange
get.
peels?
That's what I'm getting. No orange peels today.
Yeah, I get the sweet
Although
spice.
it feels like chocolate in my mouth. Yeah, isn't it? Right a little bit, like it's nice and chewy. Pretty.
it's good. It's box pressed.
I know, I love.
It's a
box
very firm box.
press.
Yes,
press,
it
too.
is.
I love box press.
Draw is nice though.
It does.
The cigar starts out so hard you expect it not to
Right.
draw.
Exactly. You think it's going to be plugged.
It's
But
nice.
This is a robusto.
It's a
Yeah.
robusto. Yeah.
That's a thin robusto, but
Well,
Well,
It's
it
a
depends on
long
whether you look
robusto.
at it this way
If
or
you
that
round it
way.
out, it's 50.
pretty thick this way. Yeah.
Get out
It's
the
a- it's a
ruler. Where's
50.
the ruler?
Yeah.
it's nice.
I
It is.
like it.
It's subtly sweet.
Paul?
I think it's surprisingly more flavorful than a glance at the wrapper might suggest.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nougaty kind of.
Nougaty.
Nuggety.
Nougaty. Nougaty.
No, it's nougaty. Sweet spice and nougaty.
Nuggety.
Well, I don't think most of our viewers are aware that we have a, how should I describe?
Cigar
I know where we're going with this.
One of our cast members has a lengthy criminal past. Why are you looking at me?
Why are you bringing that up?
I wouldn't say it's.
Paul, why don't you
I'll
explain?
do
Well,
Not me.
It's not that I have a lengthy criminal past, or at least not one that I want to talk about. But
It's not lengthy. It's just a lot and frequent.
I do have a lengthy
Wait, that's
past
me.
of traveling all over Central and South America in the pursuit of the best tobaccos I can find. And that sometimes leads to some pretty bizarre adventures. So I'm going to tell you about one of them today. On this particular adventure, I flew into Costa Rica, and I was off on a hunt for some Costa Rican tobacco that's kind of unusual in that it's grown high up in the mountains instead of low down in the valleys. I found the tobacco that I was looking for. I made some deals for that, and my plan was to proceed from there over the border into Nicaragua. That's
fine.
really
But
funny.
just
Funniest
listening to
part.
that, it's like, how can you do that with stuff that you have from somewhere else?
That was not a problem.
Okay.
What it turned out, what was a problem is the car that I rented my car from does not let you take the car out of the country. So I had to go through a whole complicated arrangement with them where I drove to the nearest town to the border and left the car there and got driven over the border by someone from the rent-a-car company. And someone else from the same company, but in Nicaragua, drove 3 hours from Managua, the capital, to meet me at the border and give me a car, which was all terrific. It all worked out. And off I went into Nicaragua to continue my tobacco hunt. And in this case, I was looking actually for a particular tobacco that's grown in the coffee region of Nicaragua. And you never hear about this, but it's a tobacco that's from the Matagalpa region, which is where Nicaraguan coffee comes from. So I found that tobacco and I made that deal, and that was all good too. And it was time for me to head back to Costa Rica for my flight home. So I had to do this whole complicated process in reverse. I had to drive back to Managua, pick up a guy from the rent-a-car company, drive down to the border and get ready to exchange. Got to the border, got online to get my passport stamped. The guy from the rent-a-car company stayed in the car. And while I was standing online, somebody crashed into the rent-a-car.
Oh, yeah.
He immediately jumped out of his car and said, "Don't worry, it's my fault," in Spanish. But don't worry, it's my fault, everything is going to be okay. The guy from the rent-a-car company had a different feeling about all this. He said, well, there's real damage to the car, and I can't let you leave without a blank credit card swipe to cover any damages.
Oh, brother.
And although I was born recently, I wasn't born yesterday, so I told him that that simply wasn't going to happen. And we began to argue about it, at which point the Nicaraguan border police came over to find out what we were arguing about. Now, I've got to put this in the right perspective. In Nicaragua, essentially there are two kinds of people. The people that live in the cities and the people that live out on the frontier. And the people that live in the cities have absolutely no respect for the folks out on the frontier. So here's this young kid from Managua, from the rent-a-car company, arguing now with the policeman who's from the frontier. And he loses his temper and punches the guy in the face.
Wow.
Now, I travel all kinds of places, and every place you go has different rules, but there's one rule that's fairly universal. You don't punch the police.
No.
So out come the handcuffs, and we're both taken in cuffs, and the border police tell us they're bringing down the federal police from Managua, which is going to take a couple of hours, and we just have to sit there and wait. And they don't want to hear anything about anything. A few hours go by. The national police come. The first thing they do is take us out of the cuffs to hear us each out. And while the rent-a-car guy is telling his side of the story, a car comes roaring over the border from the Costa Rican side, and it's the rent-a-car guy from Costa Rica with my exchange car. And he drives up to all of us, all these uniformed policemen and the whole thing, and says, "That's an important American, I have to take him now," and literally throws me into his car, and off we go back over the border into Costa Rica. And I'm ecstatic. I'm home free. This is all over. I don't have to worry about it.
Or so you thought.
Or so I thought. We get about 50 miles down the road, and I'm saying to him in my poor Spanish, "Thank you. I think you saved my life back there. This is wonderful. In fact, we got out of there so fast I never got my passport stamped." At which point he went into a total panic, because in Costa Rica, you can't do anything without your passport being stamped. And he said, "We have to go back. We have to go back."
Back.
To the border. He says, "But I don't know if we're going to make it before the border closes."
Oh, God.
I said, "What do you mean before the border closes?" He said, "Well, at a certain time, they roll out the barbed wire, and the border closes until tomorrow morning. And nobody comes and nobody goes. So at that point, you can either sleep in no man's land in between, or I don't know what you're going to do." And I said, "Well, so let's check into a hotel and we'll go over the border tomorrow." He said, "You can't check into a hotel
your
because your passport isn't stamped." So on the horrible roads of Costa Rica, we are flying back towards the border and banging and jumping and bouncing around. And wouldn't you know it, he gets stopped by the Costa Rican police for speeding. Now, at that point, I pull my hat as low over my face as I can, because what I want to do is be invisible. And the policeman is asking him why he's going so fast, and he couldn't tell him why, because if he told them, they would arrest me on the spot. So he made up some nonsense about meeting his mother at the border. And I thought, once again, we were going to be home free, but no, the policeman comes around the car to my side and asks for my papers.
First thing, sure.
Papers.
So at that point, I'm out of luck. I hand him my papers, and they take me away.
He could tell you weren't a native Costa Rican.
Almost immediately. They put me in a jail cell in Liberia, which is the northernmost large city in Costa Rica. And it wasn't a stellar place, although nothing horrible happened while I was there.
How was the food?
I didn't eat anything.
Oh,
Fortunately, the next day I was able to reach somebody at the U.S. consulate in the capital, and they sent someone up to get me out. But I did spend the night in a Costa Rican jail.
wow.
And that's why, for me, being in the cigar business is always an adventure.
I'll say.
That's your story?
That's one.
Oh.
You
I
got
thought
more?
you were going to have something to do with like a donkey and a executioner's mask or something.
Oh, please.
Come on.
A donkey and an execution.
What is his thought
All right, so
process?
next time I'll tell you how I was taken off a plane at gunpoint in Nicaragua.
All
Oh,
right,
that's a
cool.
good one.
But that'll be next time.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Is there a donkey involved?
I'm sending you to Mexico.
What's with the donkey?
Family hour, people. Family hour. I have an interesting story about a time in Jamaica, but I'll save that for another time.
Oh my God.
Unless we're,
Does it involve a donkey?
that doesn't involve a donkey.
It involves a beach.
It involves a rental car, a '52 Chevy, a bunch of gendarmes, and firing pistols. And we'll save it for another time.
That sounds like a good
That
story.
That is a
sounds
good story. It happened a long, long time ago.
Telling your age?
No.
Very long ago.
Speaking of Costa Rican tobacco,
Speaking of Costa Rican tobacco,
Yeah. Just wanted to say something.
are there any cigars with Costa Rican tobacco that we sell?
Yes, there
apparently
are.
there's a lot
That
of
we
cigars.
sell?
Oh, that we sell.
Not much anymore.
There are some that use a little bit
Little,
of it in
yeah.
their blend. Costa Rican cigars, per se, have no traction in the U.S. market at all.
I think guys looking for them every once in a while.
A certain spice to them. They're good though. I like
The only Costa Rican cigar that ever did really well,
Tony Barhani.
yeah, with the original Tony Barhanis and the very first iteration of CAOs. When
Yes, that's
CAO
right.
first started
Yeah.
making cigars,
Yeah, that's right.
they were
That's
made
right.
in Costa Rica. In fact, in the same factory that
Douglas.
made the
The
Barhanis.
Don Douglas factory, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's a long time ago.
I think there still is a CAO Costa Rica out there.
There is?
I think it's only, but I think it's just sold through one catalog and that's it.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Well, I think we should get to our talking about the cigar now that we've smoked a
That's
buck
fine.
or so's worth.
That's fine.
Okay. Paul, well, now Paul's been talking. We'll give Paul a break. Tia.
Sorry, I had to blow my smoke out.
Okay.
I think this is a mild to medium. I'm really liking the aroma. Definitely like the flavors. I'm getting leather, sweet spice. They're actually playing on the front and the back palate. I'm not really getting nutty, and I really think the wrapper is really tasty. And I'm not a big fan of Connecticut, maybe because this is Ecuadorian Connecticut. That's probably why I like it a little bit more.
Could it be because you're a Southern girl?
What does that have to do with Ecuadorian? Oh, because
Connecticut.
Ah, I get it. Yeah.
That
No.
wasn't the best one. but-
It wasn't. The construction's beautiful. It's box press. I think it's a simple yet effective cigar.
Simple yet effective.
Paul?
I like where it's going. It's definitely a mild cigar. It had that sweetness at the beginning, sweet spice that's getting a little bit spicier as it goes. With each puff, it just sort of develops a little bit. It's staying in the mild zone though.
Yeah, I think it's very much how it's described to me. Leathery, sweet spice, I don't know about nougat, and nuts. In fact, if you've got a peanut allergy, you don't want to smoke this.
You've been waiting all show to say that, right?
No, I just came up with it.
Rob?
I agree. When I first heard we were going to smoke this cigar, I'm like, I don't want to smoke that cigar. But having said that,
You did say that.
yeah. But I changed my mind. This is actually a really nice cigar. I like it a lot. I'm getting a lot more taste than I thought I was going to get. I'm definitely getting the leather and the nuts and the sweet spice to it. No nougat.
Orange peels?
But no orange peels either. It's very nice. I like the Ecuadorian Connecticut wrappers. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So
It's getting a little buttery.
Yeah,
but that's
it's
the
smoothing
nougat.
out
I
as you're
like
smoking
it.
it.
It is smooth.
It's a
Smoothing it out.
surprisingly
It is smooth.
complex
Yeah.
smoke
It
for
is.
something that seems like it ought to be
Right.
simple and bland.
right, exactly.
I say simple only because of the mildness, and then just all the flavors are working together. So to me, it's not too complex.
Yeah, it is all working together. You're right.
I know these retail for around $8 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not an inexpensive cigar. It's around
it's
$8.
not.
And it
But-
comes in
Premium.
different sizes and such.
But
But here's what I think we should do.
Uh-oh.
We
yeah.
bought all the remaining cigars in this line. A whole big bunch.
you mean there's more than those 3 bundles? Right?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
there's a lot more
So they're
than
not
those.
making this anymore?
What's that?
You said you bought the remaining. They're not making these
Not
anymore?
in this side, not
Oh.
in this presentation,
Not in
not in the
this
box,
version.
In this-
not in the box press.
Okay.
And since we bought them all, I think we should give everybody a bargain on these.
Here we go.
Now, normally these would be around $200 a bundle.
You're not gonna do something crazy.
Sure.
He's
I'm gonna
about
do
to do
something
something
Maybe
crazy.
$200 a box. They usually come
$200 box. Now, they usually come in the box, and the boxes, you know,
Very
depending on the
expensive box.
presentation, could be $3 or $4 a piece for the box. And divide that by 25, so that, you know, that's about 12 cents a cigar for the box. And they're normally around $8, so we could sell them for $7.88, and that would be the normal price. 12 cents for the box, $8.
I gotcha.
So, but I think we should do better than that.
Yeah.
You're scaring
It
me.
never,
He's
it never
scaring me.
ends.
I know. I'm afraid to hear this.
See,
ready
so
for this.
25 times 8 would be $200. Let's
Is
forget
it?
the box at that
Yeah.
price point for just a moment. If we gave everybody, let's say, 50% off, it'd be like $99.95,
Yeah.
which would be a hell of a buy
But
for
for
this.
That would
you,
be a
that's
hell of a
not
deal.
crazy enough, though.
What's that?
For you, that's not crazy enough.
That's not crazy enough?
No.
How much money do you want me to lose?
It's pretty
A lot.
What do you think?
But
what
you
do
like
you
to
think?
be
darn
crazy.
crazy.
Me?
Yeah,
150.
150.
I'm surprised you didn't say 200.
I'm
That's
already down to
usually acceptable.
$99.95. You're going in the wrong direction.
As
Oh, yeah.
usual.
You asked me, you want my opinion or not?
120.
No.
120.
That's what it should be.
I already said $99.95. You people are going in the wrong direction.
$79.95. 79 sounds better.
98.95.
$79.95 sounds pretty cool.
It does.
It's a good price.
78.95.
Sounds like a bargain.
How about for the next, let's see, this show is airing on the 25th of September,
The
right?
23rd.
23rd. I
Today's
can't
the
read.
23rd.
23rd. How about for the next, and how many days are there? It's only 30 days in September,
So
right?
it's 7.
30 days.
30 days.
How about for the next 7 days, we run them, let me think about this a second.
Don't think too hard.
Yeah. It was a Jeopardy theme.
Don't put that on.
Yeah.
How about not 99? How about not 79?
Not 150.
Not 150?
Not 69? Oh, I
Ah.
like 69.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you
That's a
do.
good price.
How about if we sell them for 69 and 95 cents?
Just so that it's not
Bailed
60.
your butt out.
Yeah.
How about if we sell them for 69.95?
It's less than $3 bucks a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good price.
Are we really
Should
doing
not, isn't it?
69.95?
It's 25 cigars for
Yeah.
$69.95.
That's what he
Wow.
says.
$8 cigars, and worth it too.
Yeah, it was very good.
$8 cigars
Yeah, but
for
it doesn't
less
have a
than
box.
$3 a
It
piece.
doesn't have a box, well, that's worth 12 cents.
You know what? Most people take them out of the box anyway and
Put 'em in their
their
humidor.
So what's the difference about the box?
Jinx,
You could
guys
save
did it at the
enough
same
money.
time.
You could buy a humidor.
That's about $2.70.
Yeah, really.
I think that's about $2.75 a piece.
I think you're
That
right.
is kind of crazy.
Well.
So
should
what's
we-
the price?
Maybe we should take it up a little.
No, I like 69. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
You like
69 is
59?
great.
Very funny.
That's a great
You
number.
wish.
No. No. no.
I could do 10 minutes with
No.
that line alone. You do realize none of which could make it out on the
No,
air.
absolutely not. Bruce will be
I'm
bleeping everything he
lost.
says.
All right.
I'm lost.
$69.95 for the next 7 days. Come and get them.
How much?
Hooah.
$69.95.
Wow, that's good.
We got them in Robusto. There's some Churchills. There's some other sizes.
We got applause from our lifestyle.
That's
audience.
crazy.
All stores will have them. It's first come, first serve. No rain checks. No promises.
Is it
No
limited?
Hail Marys. No nothing.
Is it limited? Not
10
limited?
bundles per person.
What's that?
While
I'll
supplies
surprise
last.
less.
Yeah,
Can you-
but
how many can you buy?
Yeah,
You
is it
buy all you
limited?
want till the supply
Oh,
runs
so
out.
you
I
can
don't
do
care.
3, 4, 5, 10.
You know we're gonna have other stores coming in here
You could
trying
do
to buy them
69.
all.
You
Well,
could do
no
69.
dealers, please. This is for our brick and mortar customers only. $69.95. I don't think you're going to find this available anywhere else.
No.
Now,
It's a great cigar.
great. Now that we set the price, now we got to rate it. I think we messed
Yeah,
that up.
let's do the rating.
All right, Paul, go ahead. You're a very talented
He's
person.
almost done with his.
He's a power hitter.
I'm a power hitter, and this is not a powerful cigar, but I like it anyway. I'll go 4.35.
Okay. Got
I was going to go 4 1/4.
4 1/4. Tia? We're 4.30 so far. It takes your time.
I'm gonna go 4 and 4. 4.4.
I was
Did
gonna
it
do the same
again.
thing. Did the same thing I was gonna do.
Really?
Yeah, 4.4. Yeah. Do you realize all our ratings are between 4 and 5? Like it's not 1 anymore. It's like
Well,
between
Well, we haven't hit too many.
Thank God we haven't hit any really
Yeah.
crappy cigars.
I'm going to round it out. I tend to agree with them. 4-4.
Yeah, it's a 4.4.
Now, wasn't this cigar in the CA's top 25
Yes,
cigars a
it
couple
is.
years ago?
Yep. Yes, it will. Yes, it was.
So Come and get
It
it.
was
I
rated
believe
a
it works out
91,
to 275
It was
or
rated a
so.
91.
This was rated a
It
91.
was rated 91.
Yeah, it's a real, it's a real cigar. Gotta
And I
love
would
it at that
definitely pair
price.
this with a wine. Something like a sweet. To me, I'd do a sweet wine.
Well, we checked with the illustrious Uncle Max.
Yeah.
Yes,
And what did he say?
he said either a Highland Scotch or a bourbon would be perfect with this.
Yeah.
Or, well, I said coffee, and he says, yeah, but coffee's good with anything.
So not Muscatel.
No rot gut, no.
I like wine with.
Actually,
I, would think
I
wine
could
with this.
have
I
wine
could
with
see
it.
this with a bourbon. This would be great
Yeah.
with a
Okay.
bourbon.
Has a really nice finish.
Yeah, it does.
Has a
Yeah, it does
great
have a.
It's very
finish.
clean.
It has a
It's a
sweet.
very clean taste. Doesn't
Maybe-
there's no aftertaste on
Maybe we
this.
should raise
And when
the
you
price.
put it down, it doesn't roll around.
Right.
Let's raise the price.
That's why it's
I think we're
box
selling
pressed.
them too cheap.
No, you already said 60.
It's already too
You're
late.
committed.
Too late.
But we can edit that out.
No, you're
You
committed.
can't renege. You can't
You
renege.
should be committed, I mean.
I should be, at that price, I should be committed. Because I wouldn't have any money to buy shoes, but, you know. Okay, we're gonna sell them for $69.95. It's a
$69.95.
bundle of 25, or a Mazda of 25.
For 69.
No box. You want the box? It's $3 extra.
If
Do
you
have
can
any
find
boxes?
it.
Yeah,
No.
find a box.
We'll
But if
get
we
you a
had it,
box
it'd be
and put it in
$3
a box
extra.
for you. For $3 extra.
Yeah, for $3 extra, we'll sell you an empty box of anything.
Put it in an open box.
I can assure you, these will disappear quickly.
Oh, they're gonna go fast.
For $69.95. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hell,
get a bundle. Do
I
get it
might
for
smoke a bunch of these
$69.95?
myself.
Yeah.
Do we get it for $69.95? I'm gonna get a bundle.
Yeah, you can
I'm
buy them
buying
for
a bundle.
69 plus tax.
Put this in my humidor and then just pass it around.
Can I take one for free?
No.
You're smoking
I'll
one for
give
free
you
right
one.
now.
I want one. For
Yeah,
free.
you're smoking one now
I
for
want
free.
one for free.
Well, you're smoking
You
it.
have one
for
for
free.
Take one.
What? Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm about to give you a heart attack. Okay, I'm
Wait a
sorry.
minute.
I'm sorry.
Free. That's just not among my
We
vocabulary.
don't do free. We do reasonable.
I was wondering where that was going.
Yeah, me too.
That was good. What's the
So
topic?
was I.
You can go.
Oh yeah, we'll have a minute to do our topic.
We already did the topic.
We did not.
It was
It
him
was
getting
Paul in
arrested
the
in
jail.
Costa Rica.
Oh,
Paul
I
in
like
jail.
this topic.
Paul's
I
been in
just
the
want-
fields.
Can I?
He's been in the fields. He's been in the factory. Now he's been in
in
You
jail.
gotta start over.
I had an homage to him.
This is a good topic.
We'll save the
I
topic for
homage.
next week.
Oh man.
Don't worry. No good topic goes to
I
waste.
just have to remember what my answer
I
was.
had a
I
surprise.
I wasn't even able to get my story in Jamaica out.
And nobody wants to hear it.
Everybody would like to hear it. Once you hear it, you'll like it.
Yeah, man.
I probably heard it like 1,000 times.
Speaking of Jamaica, I just read that Macanudos.
There you have it.
Yeah,
They're
they're
gonna
starting
make a very limited
Are
run.
they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
With some Jamaica tobacco.
You know what that means, though? Another hurricane is going to hit.
Yeah,
Jamaica,
right.
like,
No.
right as soon as they get
Make it
started.
on there, it's just
Knock on
Jamaican
wood.
tobacco.
I can't believe this half hour went by so damn
Me neither. I
fast.
can't believe we
I
didn't
didn't
get to
even
this
get to
topic.
stand
We
up.
were having such a good time. And then you're trying to talk me out of giving these things away. I want to give them away. I want people in the stores. I want them having fun. I want them buying cigars, smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Gracie.
All right, time to say goodbye, Gracie.
Smoke often, smoke happy,
Gracie.
stay out of jail.
He's Gracie.
Yeah, Costa Rican jail
You
anyway.
better hurry.
Sort to smoke cheap cigars.
Bye bye for now.
Ciao
Bye,
for
Dad.
now, everybody.
And those of you who don't know who Gracie is, look up George Burns and Gracie Allen. Again, we thank you very much for your patronage. Thank you for your viewership. And we're going to see you next Tuesday night at 7:30. Thank you very much.